And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, whatever.
Because remember, in the book of Revelation, Satan is called the accuser of the brethren, right? And this is a very important issue. See, and the reason I'm bringing this up too is because I sat down one day, I've heard Greg Locke's latest rant.
Everybody is like, oh, look how mean and vindictive he is. What they didn't recognize, right? And me and the man himself, that pastor, we've patched things up.
Basically, at me, throwing me under the bus with everybody else that's into biblical cosmology, a.k.a. flat earth.
Because it's a demonic deception.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's such a deception. I don't care what, you think the earth is flat, round, square. There's a deception behind it that's so much deeper than that. So when somebody says something off the cuff and exposes it, man, it's like you slapped their baby.
Now, he sent me an apology, and the reason I didn't make a big deal out of the apology is because I believe the apology was not real.
Me and the man himself, that pastor, we've patched things up.
And it wasn't. Because the things he apologized for, which I have the text messages to prove it, the things he apologized for, he went on a podcast the other day and said the same lies that he put out on that press release right after the debate.
Yeah.
And I mean, charging the platform. And so finally, I'm just like, we're done.
Charging the platform.
The moment I cut his mic off, our security had to jump in full effect. They stood in the parking lot and had to have the police call them for like 45 minutes. They're smoking dope in the parking lot. There's a guy out there ramming cars.
That's surprising.
Yeah, ramming cars with his car and left. Fights. I was like,
no one has any idea all that's going on. They just see.
But I'm the bad guy because I shut the thing down. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, whatever.
And I sent him a personal text yesterday, a very long one. Because what he's doing is telling lies.
Me and the man himself, that pastor, we've patched things up.
And that whole press release was a lie. And then, I have the text message where I asked him, I said, you should have taken that down. And he had his staff take it down. Now, why would you take down a press release if you thought it was true? So if you took it down, you thought it was incorrect. But then you're going to go on a podcast with 500,000 subscribers and basically pour out the same poison.
And had to have the police call them for like 45 minutes. They're smoking dope in the parking lot.
And I told him, I said, you are a liar and a slanderer.
Me and the man himself, that pastor, we've patched things up.
And I said, I hope you repent before the Lord brings his discipline upon you. Because you don't get to lie about another fellow minister and get away with it.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, whatever.
I'm sorry. You don't get to slander and put things in ways where you are trying to hurt their character and their reputation.
There's a guy out there ramming cars.
That's surprising.
Yeah, ramming cars with his car.
It's slander. But see, here's the thing, and this is something that we all need to work on to make sure that we're not doing this to each other. There were people after the debate. Pastor Greg was pretty nasty. Anybody that watches the debate from beginning to end knows who was nasty and who wasn't. Okay? And then he tried to act like I threw the mic at him. I said, buddy, I put this in the text yesterday. I said, I was a quarterback from Pee-wee to college. If I was throwing the mic at you, it would have hit you between the eyes. I said, that is ridiculous. I wasn't throwing it at you. I said, that's dishonest. And he still let that go out there. And I'm like, wow, how can you be a Christian, a man of God, and just lie and slander and misrepresent somebody so blatantly and do it so publicly? I'm telling you, if he doesn't repent, it's all coming down.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So, whatever.